Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this replay. Siege tanks now, Marauders now moving, trying to move down the center aisle, and continue the Stalkers able to continue to move, and I also have some Siege tanks on this high ground, trying to push in on these tanks, but those Marauders were able to get in just in time, and I'm unable to finish off the rest of these units. We do have a couple of Mortals trying to move in as well. However, my Siege tanks were too far away. Need to move them closer and then re-siege, so we'll be able to start shooting and taking down some of these units, and need to really take down that last Siege tank. Yeah, able to shoot it down. So one final Siege tank taken down, and he only has three Marauders against my Siege tank army. He's going to try to press. Yeah, he tries to press a little bit more, but that Marauder taking another direct hit from my Siege tanks, not going to be able to really move in. Marauders maybe get a couple of hits off on these Siege tanks. May lose one Siege tanks, but he loses 2 Marauders there as my Siege tanks were sieging up. So going to go ahead and just stair-step these units, try to push them in slowly. Sitting on an 1800 mineral army against DraggZ's a 1650. Partner has more units than Stratos though, so able to continue to push in, able to just continue to push and just try to devastate our opponents. Also, Colossus standing tall with that very high splash damage, very effective against those Marines and those Marauders. However, there's a Siege tank sitting up here, able to just rain down shells of damage onto that Colossus here. Now Marauders coming in, gonna lose that one Colossus there, but now a single Void Ray joining in on this fight. Banshees joining in as well, so DraggZ coming in with Banshees, able to focus down a lot of these units, and now all we have are Siege tanks. So these 8 Siege tanks in trouble, as there's 4 Banshees just pushing against these units, using a single scanner sweep, able to push down, try to take down some of these Banshees. Banshees able to destroy a lot of my Siege tanks, gonna be forced to pull them back. Stalkers coming in, trying to join in on the fight as well, and these Siege tanks gonna go ahead and just be positioned over here. Now, I believe I called down a mule in order to start repairing some of my units. Yeah, so using that mule, able to just heal up this Siege tank. I'm sitting on a fair amount of minerals, sitting on 1400 minerals, so I don't really need any additional minerals. So that mule will actually be better for me, as it gives me 2 full hit point Siege tanks fairly easily. You can see that the Siege tank getting repaired by that mule also, and now I'll also be able to repair the second Siege tank as well. Income wise, I'm sitting on 41 harvesters, and my partner sitting at 37 against 27 and 31, so we still have the stronger economic advantage still. Mule still repairing up that Siege tank. Siege tank gonna get healed up in just a moment, and we're gonna have 7 Siege tanks continuing to push. We want to be able to push onto the main base here, and as we push onto the main base here, what this will allow us to do is we can deny any expansions. And also, however, there are several Banshees in the air. So if you take a look back in my base, there are I'm producing double or 4 Vikings off of 2 starports with reactors in order to counteract this Banshee harassment. The Banshees have cloak. Banshees may be able to take down this expansion to the north that I've had on this semi-island, very tight choke peninsula location. A refinery now up and running, but those Banshees will quickly come in there and be able to take it down. Not sure, does he know about that base? No, he does not know about that base yet, but he will quickly be able to scout it, coming across these SCVs. And now DraggZ's going to be able to just come in and just take down, or perhaps try to hurt my economy just a little. So in comes DraggZ, missile those backlash rockets, almost taking down that orbital command. Orbital command able to lift up, however, so those Banshees will not be able to continue to fight, continue to take down those units. SCVs will still be transferred over, and I'm still losing some of these units. However, I was able to repair that orbital command. Vikings now coming in to do a little bit of an engagement, and almost able to take down one of those Banshees. Banshee able to escape, however. Back over here, we now have our Siege tanks slowly making their way up onto the base, gonna be able to take down those barracks. Down there goes that barracks. Down the reactor also gonna get taken down. Stratos losing some of his Banshees, or almost losing some of his Banshees as well. And for some reason, he decloaked his Banshees. Banshees now coming in, able to focus down some of those units. However, the mothership in the air able to offer plenty of cloak for these units. So only Siege tanks and only units that are not being revealed are getting taken down. More Siege tanks continue to be pressing out. Vikings now moving in, able to just shoot down and take down this orbital command. Banshee's trying to push in as well. However, not going to be a strong counter. Banshees do not work well against the mothership, as that mothership is cloaked. Is a cloaked unit and able to fight in the air. And DraggZ says ew. So Siege Tanks continuing to fight back. Mothership offering plenty of cloak in order to just cover his units or cover his team. And I say GG. Yeah, Echuchee says GG as well. And DraggZ at this point says, I don't like how Terran can only scan to reveal cloaked units. That's bad. And I'm like, why don't you bring a detector? And apparently DraggZ does not know that the Raven is also a detector. So that was the real issue. Terran can only scan and turret, and he was doing a little smiley face. And we're like, no, they have Ravens. Air units. Raven? And apparently DraggZ did not know about that. Vikings now moving on in. Siege Tanks on this low ground, able to just shell out that damage, take down more and more of these units. And Mule is being called down in order to try to repair up some of these Siege Tanks. Vikings could probably, are those, oh yeah, no, not going to repair the rest of those Vikings, but yeah, continuing the talk. Drag goes, well, that's new. We're like, no, it's not. Alright, so here is one of the 2v2s that I played today. Not the best game, but I was still able to win. The rest of the games, for some reason, I just got steamrolled. Me and Echuchee just got steamrolled. Every single game I played today, just not very fun. It seemed like I was missing something in my game, perhaps missing some inspiration. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I promise to give you guys better games, and yeah, thanks for watching through this not spectacular game, but still interesting, hopefully, nonetheless. Also, I may cast one of my losing games. Sorry about the spoiler earlier. I thought I was casting one of the games where I lost, and I was trying to learn from my mistakes, but that did not turn out to be the case.